Hello, I'm your host, Rashawn Ellis, along with Rhonda Crouch of I Am Love Counseling. Today, we will be rediscussing the topic Polygamous Society, along with our special guest, Seven Hues, CEO and founder of Holistic Insurance. We're going to be mixing it up a little bit today with business and personal. Stay tuned. We will be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we will be interviewing CEO and founder Seven Hues of the Holistic Insurance Company. It's nice to have you with us today.
Thank you, Rashawn. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
You're so welcome. We will also be joined by Rhonda Crouch. She is the counselor of I Am Love Counseling, so she should be joining us in a few. So tell us a little bit about where you're from and a little bit about your businesses. I know you have like different business ventures that you're into, so we also want to talk about highlight your different businesses as well
I
as the personal
appreciate
today.
that. I appreciate that. I've
Yes,
I'm actually celebrating 30 years of being self-employed this summer, which is
great,
why I'm right here at the pool.
great.
I
There you
started
go.
my branding company, Seventh Wonder, when I was 14 years old, which led to quite a bit of other ventures. Holistic Insurance is slated to be America's first insurance company that is dedicated to cover holistic and naturopathic modalities. And so we have been in the funding process now for a little over 2.5 years.
Okay.
It is quite a task. If anyone has ever seed funded for hundreds of millions or billions of dollars, this is that type of fundraising.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, I am a sorcerer by nature. I am an artist by trade and a businessman by right. So,
All right. All right. You have a lot going on. You do a lot. But the actual reason for being here today, outside of just, promoting your businesses as well, we're going to discuss polygamy, something that you are very versed in.
I am.
This is a rediscussing topic that we had before on the show, the Polygamous Society. So this time we want to take it a step further with actually having a guest on to discuss it more in depth. And I guess one of the first questions I want to ask you is, when did you decide you wanted to practice polygamy?
That's a loaded question. Um, because my first my first actual because polygamy is one man, multiple women, right? I mean, polygamy, you have three different definitions under polygamy,
Okay.
right? Because polygamy simply means plural love, polygamy. So
Mm-hmm.
you have polygyny, which is one man, multiple women. You have polyandry, which is one woman, multiple men. And
Okay.
then you have polyamory, which is kind of like your free for all. Okay.
Right. Wow.
Um, I am a polygynist, which means that I only date or court monogamous women. I'm only interested in monogamous women. And my first situation
Mm,
of of that because and the reason why I say it like this is because if this was a show about homosexuality, someone would say, when was your first, homosexual experience? And then you would have to go back, right? So since this is polygyny, my first polygynous experience had to date back to the seventh grade.
right.
I went home to New York for the summer,
Mm-hmm.
and I came back to school, and my girlfriend was like, "Yo, we got a problem." I'm like, "Okay, well, what's the problem?" She's
Wow.
like, "Since you've been going, me and my bestie, we've been going at it, you know what I'm saying? Because she likes you too." And I'm like, "Okay." She was
Okay.
like, "So we wanted to know if we could both be your girlfriend." And I was like, "Oh,
Mm,
all right, we could do
okay.
that."
Wow.
And so, going into the eighth grade, walking through the halls with two women, one on each side, you know what I'm saying, two girls, one on each
Wow.
side. This is pre-sex. This is pre-sex days, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So sex had nothing to do with it. But right then and there, I realized I'm extremely different. I'm the first male born in 20 years on both sides of my family. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? My mother owned two beauty salons growing up. So all I knew was girls. All I knew was
Wow.
women.
Wow. That's very deep. And I mean, it started like when you were young. Like you said, it had nothing to do with sex at the time because y'all were just, kids or whatever. That is
Yeah.
very interesting. So the ladies that you are with now, how did you meet each of the ladies that you are in a relationship with now?
Um, well, the woman that I'm at poolside with is the second woman who initiated my polygyny. Because about 13 years ago, I was in a relationship with a young lady who is now my wife.
Mm,
Um, and I had a girlfriend at the time that I had gone to high school with that I just re-entered a relationship with.
mm-hmm,
So I'm in a relationship with my girlfriend who wasn't my wife at the time.
mm-hmm.
Another woman who was my girlfriend, and then I had just met this woman.
Wow.
And I didn't really think that she was feeling me the way that I was feeling her, but
Mm-hmm,
we was, having a situation. And I never forget, it was Christmas 2010,
mm-hmm,
and I'm in this house with my mother, my girlfriend who is my wife now, but my girlfriend at the time,
mm-hmm,
my other girlfriend, my sister,
mm-hmm.
this woman, her dogs, you know what I mean? And I thought to myself, I said, you know what? This is it. This is how I see love. This is it. I'm never going back. I will never be a monogamous from this point forward.
Wow. I
Yeah.
just love the fact that you're honest with it and the fact that you have ladies in your life that know. I think that's a big deal for me. And I think a lot of other women, then there are women that even if they know it's like a definite we're not doing that. It's gonna be some blows thrown. So no. But I mean, I'm one of those people where you have to respect people where they are because if you're trying to make somebody be what you're about, then you're telling them to lie.
Well, here's the thing, Shine. I own my truth. Within 5 minutes of meeting me, if we're in a situation where we're exchanging energy or we Google eyeing each other, whatever we at the bar, whatever the case may be, within 5 minutes, because I don't wear a ring, I don't do
Right.
anything like that. Within
Right.
5 minutes of knowing me, you're gonna know I'm
Mm-hmm.
a polygamist. I'm not a monogamous.
Mm-hmm.
These are the women that I'm courting, or these are the women that are in my life.
Yeah.
You either want to participate or you don't. I
Right.
could give a fuck less. I don't care.
You got to
I'm
be
not
who
one.
you are.
I'm not one of these men who out here chasing skirts. I don't chase nothing. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And I'm
Mm-hmm.
a grown man, so
Mm-hmm.
I already know what I want for my life. If that's not what you want, okay, fine. That's that. You're well within your means. X to the
Absolutely.
next. I don't care.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But I think that when women meet me, they're so used to men subjecting themselves to their beauty and their femininity that they
Mm-hmm.
don't they don't know how to receive my conversation a lot of times.
Yeah. 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 But I just kind of feel like too, I guess like the way society is now, a lot of people aren't getting married anymore. And I know a lot of laws have just been changed too. So I don't know if that may change some things. And plus, like with people having babies and stuff like that. So a lot of things have changed. But this is more of a culture here where people are open to dating more openly, anyways. That's what's happening. I mean, you still have the ones that are not, like, no, I ain't doing that. I want to be one on one, but things have changed. And I think maybe what probably could have taken place is like back in the day, during our parents' time of dating and courting, it was about getting married. And even if the relationship didn't work, you still stayed anyways. So people now, I think they don't want to go through the frustration of that. They're not going to live in turmoil for 20, 30 plus years and be unhappy. They'd rather just keep it open. Everybody know what's up. And hey, we can do
Let
what
me
we
tell
want.
you
And everybody
something.
can be happy.
Let me tell you something. All that sound good. When a woman meet me, she ain't trying to be on the market no more.
What? It's like that.
Let me tell you something. Here's the reason.
Mm,
For the last 4 decades, our
mm,
men have been raised by women. You understand? So we're in a generation of boys and kings, right? This has nothing to do with how much money a man makes. This has nothing to do with what kind of car he drive, how big his house is, none of that. This
mm.
has everything to do with confidence and the fact that ain't no woman got to build me at all. Period. You understand?
I heard
So
that.
and then I have a lot more to offer to conversation than when we having sex next. You know what I
Mm,
mean? If a
mm,
woman is business minded, I mean, I've been helping people create or maintain or raise the business bar from 100,000 to billionaires. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? I can help you with your business. If this woman is about the community, I'm a man who have healed more than 1,000 people in the last 7 years. What we talking about?
mm-hmm,
I freed a woman from a Panama prison with the use of my magic. This is
mm.
undeniable information. You
Wow.
understand? So when you have separated yourself from normality, when your life is about more than where you work, when your life is about more than what you drive, when your life is about more than how much you got in your pocket, there's an attraction to those who are attracted to that life. You
Absolutely.
understand?
Yeah.
And it's very rare that as a woman she's gonna find a man on that type level. You
Mm-hmm,
understand? So
mm-hmm,
when she meets that man, her nature kicks in. You
mm-hmm.
understand?
Absolutely.
She wants to be mated. She wants to procreate. She wants that seed
Mm-hmm.
because our humanity is not arguable. Our social economics is.
Absolutely.
So all of this stuff about not wanting to be married, all of that is bullshit. Put the right man in front of the right woman, and I promise you, they want to live forever together. You understand?
Absolutely. Yeah. And
You
based off what
know,
you're saying too, it sounds like so this is not, I think that's the thing when people automatically think when they know that there's multiple people involved, they think that it's all sexual. Based off what you just said, you have more to offer a woman outside of just the sex. You can add to her business,
man.
you can
Listen,
add to her healing
listen,
as well. So it
listen,
goes to a
listen. Let me tell you
different
something.
level. Yeah.
When it comes to the sexual aspect, a woman can't give me nothing. You can't give me yourself. Like you can't give. Like when I say I don't know what language we could use on this show, but you can't give me your pussy. That's an exchange because I brought dick to the party. You understand? So you either brought the proper exchange or you did not. If you
Right.
didn't bring the proper exchange, it don't matter how hard you went. We ain't never speaking again. Period.
Yeah. Yeah.
However, more than likely, I've already peeped the exchange before we got sexual. So I'm not sleeping with. I'm not for the streets. I'm a
Mm,
polygynist. I'm a family man. I
yeah.
chose this lifestyle for extended family, not to have hoes in the street. That doesn't
So
benefit me.
for a reason, for
Yeah,
a
it's for a
reason.
purpose. It's for a purpose.
That's just like the other gentleman that's I think he's on Facebook. I think he is Kevin the Evolution. He has two wives and they have
Okay.
children, they have a family, and they all live together. And I think that's what really made me understand it even more. Like, okay, this isn't just something like a hookup thing. I got this one, I got that one. They actually have a family lifestyle together. They can actually build each other. They're not just out here, just doing whatever.
And it's like this. The average person is a monogamous, right? The average person is monogamous. But they out there dating, they get it wrong all the time. Nobody's
Mhm,
questioning them.
mhm.
So as a polygamist, people expect you to already have your wives in place. Like where did you come with that? I got
Right,
a date just like you got a date. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Just last year, I went through 4 heartbreaks. The
Wow.
average man probably only went through one if he allowed himself to have a heart in that
Yeah,
situation. You
yeah,
understand?
yeah.
So like this takes much more authenticity.
Mm-hmm.
This takes much more than the average man is used to. Because
Mm-hmm.
as a polygamist, that means that my women know that I have other women.
Yeah.
Just today, you know, we was getting ready for the interview, coming downstairs. My
Mm-hmm.
queen was making drinks and everything. She was preparing. But I have another queen that I just started seeing, and she
Mm-hmm.
was like, you know, you want to go see her? You want to go do that thing? I'm like, nah, 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 nah. I'm good. You know,
Yeah.
we sticking to the script. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Exactly. Right.
The average person is the average man is having a problem with who you talking to, where you going, who you been with, this, that, and the third. When a
Mm-hmm.
woman is confident that you're in love with her and that you're not out here, you know, trying to date or see other women because she's not adequate, that's a lot different from a guy who's cheating, from a guy who's out here just doing whatever.
Yeah.
That's a lot different because I'm communicating to my queen on a constant basis. Look, you're great. You're
Mm-hmm.
amazing. I'm in love. I'm gonna tell you like this, Rashawn. Like I'll go to the bar. Now, if I was a monogamous, this is what happens to normal monogamous men. This is what happens, especially
Mm-hmm.
if they wear a ring.
Mm-hmm.
Especially a woman will come to the bar. She see the ring, so it's a magnet. She
Mm-hmm.
knows that you ain't got time to be all up in her shit, so she could just come and go as she please. She's gonna
Absolutely.
feel like she can get what she want, right? So
Absolutely.
she's gonna come and she's gonna make her stand. She's gonna ask you a few questions. The questions she's gonna ask you guys, she's asking you these questions to see if she can manipulate your emotions. Because
Absolutely.
9 times out of 10, the man at the bar is upset with his girl. He's not in the relationship he really wants to be in, but he's
Mm-hmm.
stuck there, right? So she's talking to him about all these things she could do, and he's bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. He's like, "Oh, you can do this. Oh, you can do that. Oh, you can do this. Oh, you can do that." Yeah,
Right.
it's over there.
Yeah.
So now she talking her shit, right? So his eyes is, oh my God, another
Right.
drink, another drink, another drink, another drink. When I meet a woman, it don't go like that. It don't go like that at all, and they never expect it because
Mm-hmm.
they think I'm a party boy. Because you know I do my thing. I get dressed. I go out. I do my thing, right?
Right.
So they'll
Exactly.
they'll they'll come up and they'll be like, you got a wife? You married? You seeing somebody? I say to
Mm-hmm.
them, Queen, listen, I have two right now.
Mm-hmm.
Two amazing women in my life.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to receive that. Number one, I said I got two. Number two, I said that they're amazing. Number three, I said that I'm happy.
There you go.
These
Yeah.
women are used to meeting men that are not happy at the bar, so they're able to manipulate these men into whatever they desire. These
Mm-hmm.
men are not happy, so they're allowing the manipulation because they feel like this is what I got to do to happiness right now. Me,
Yeah.
on the other hand, that's not me at all. I'm always
Right.
happy.
Got you. Got
I'm
you.
I'm good. I'm good either way
Yeah.
because I'm not chasing nothing, and I'm gonna be honest. So if we doing this in honesty. You never gonna have one up on any woman that I'm with.
Because you're going to be open and honest about it. It's already out there.
Period.
Pretty much.
And I know if we're doing something, it's in the right spirit because you know what I stand for.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just joined by Rhonda Crouch. She is the I Am Love counselor for her business. She's joining us along with Seven Hues, CEO of and founder of of Holistic Life Insurance. So we're all here together just to have a group discussion. I like to call these kind of meetings interview discussions because we're going to be bouncing off each other, asking questions, and just chiming in together. Rhonda, did you have any questions that you want to bring forth to Seven Hues?
Oh, yes, I have lots of questions.
Hey, hi, Rhonda.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Um,
you.
so I was wondering, I missed a lot of what you were saying, so I do apologize for my tardiness. I was here, but I had to come back. So
Okay.
I do apologize for that in advance. But I did miss a lot. So when you said that's what I stand for, what exactly would that be?
What do I stand for?
Mhm.
Family, legacy, worship, desire, excellence.
Okay. So, what is the greatest benefit of a polygamous relationship for a man and a woman? Like,
Okay. Well, for a man, let's say this, right? This man, this polygamous man, is walking into a regular situation, let's say work. Let's say that he goes to work somewhere. Or let's say that he's a businessman and owns his own business. The confidence level that this man has, because he's doing what most men cannot, puts him at a level that when he's negotiating his deals, it's going to make it happen. Why? Because people are attracted to confidence. When I close these deals, these men, they already know what I stand for. Half the men that I close deals with want to know how I'm doing what I'm doing. Because the number one rule in business is people do business with people they like. People like what they like because they want to know more. They want to go higher. You understand? And this comes from not just a subservient perspective, but even from a masochist perspective. And what I mean by that is no matter how much a man makes, this is not a normality. Polygyny is not a normality. So the normal man, even if he's making millions of dollars, is not able in his mindset to live the way that I live in my truth.
Mm.
He doesn't know that he can be honorable in a relationship with multiple women because he's never seen that before, neither has his woman. So when that's been introduced, it's been introduced in such a toxic way that it counteracts his productivity in life. For me, it propels me. I'm untouchable in these streets. You understand? Why? Because as a monogamous, if I'm doing right by my queen, she covering me the same way. If she doing right by me, I'm covering her in a spiritual aspect, right? So if I got multiple queens and I'm doing right by them, then I'm covered in multiple aspects. I'm untouchable. These women are waking up asking the universe to protect me. Why? Because they're the first beneficiary outside of my children to the lifestyle. The moment I make a dollar, I'm doing something for them. The moment I make a dime, I'm doing something for them. So this works if the man is really in it for, a family lifestyle. I'm not a player. I'm not for the streets.
Gotcha.
So you understand? So we have to understand my polygyny as anyone's given monogamy who is looking to be non-cheating. I don't cheat, I don't lie.
Wow. You're keeping it honest.
It's the easiest way to do things
Yeah,
because you're going to find out about it regardless.
absolutely. Absolutely.
You
I
know what
mean,
I'm
women are
saying?
very intuitive anyway, so we're gonna know.
You're
We're
going to
gonna,
know.
yeah.
And the only reason why I would not tell you is out of fear that you wouldn't have sex with me. That's the only reason a man is not going to tell you something, out of fear that you won't lay with him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a damn about what you got between your legs.
Right.
I've manifested my life. I have built this life. So what's between my legs, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
I I I I I I have much regard and reverence for them, way more than I do for you and what's between yours. So I'm never
Absolutely.
gonna allow my shit to be
Yeah,
with you.
exactly. That's the best way to start it out. That's the best way to start it out. Ron, did you have any more
so,
questions?
well, with this lifestyle, with the how many wives are there?
So I have one wife, I have one queen, and I have one girlfriend.
What's the difference between those three?
Legality. So I'm on papers to be divorced from my wife for legality purposes. Um, I will never be married on paper again, though I do believe in the ring, the last name, and the ceremony.
Mm. Wow.
You know, I told people 11 years ago that polygyny was going to take more than 18 to 20% of society relationships within the next 20 years, and here we are. Boston has approved for polygyny. Utah is next, and it's going to just happen all over the country.
Yeah.
This is the next wave.
Yeah. Well,
So
that's
the
oh,
difference between a girlfriend, a queen, and a wife. Do they have
Mm.
different responsibilities? Do they have different access levels?
Yes and no. My wife is just my wife because of legality. I mean, I
Mhm.
married her on paper. That made her my wife. That does not make her my queen. However, we going through some things, so I'm not sure if she will be a queen soon. But as it stands right now, that's just what it is.
Mm.
My queen is my queen because she has indoctrinated herself into my life um, to be such. She governs um, her sector of humanity in reference to her give back and what she does for women and these type of things. So that makes her a queen. My girlfriend is my girlfriend simply because I just met her not too long ago, a few weeks back. We just started courting, and she hasn't run away
She's still there.
yet.
So, so
She's still here.
who do you provide, lead, and protect all these women? Like, is your plan to house them? Like,
So let's say this. Over the last 2.5 years, I've been negotiating the funding of a company that's worth more than $8 billion on paper. I walked away from a $3 billion deal. With money like that, there's no one who would ever be in my life that I don't cover and protect. Regardless of that taking place, I've just revolutionized the funeral industry in reference to funeral programs and the sending off of loved ones. That's a $2 million a year minimum business model that I just crafted. I can't imagine providing for anyone who is with me in that regard. But this is what I say to people who ask me that question. What it sounds like is, do these women get to come into your life and be debt free, rent free, life free financially because you provide for them completely? The answer to that is yes and no. No, because as a Black man born into this country, I wasn't born with an inheritance. Didn't come with it. Therefore, I don't promise it. However, the day upon marriage, there is what's called a dowry. And that dowry is a monetary exchange that takes place between me and this queen that is deciding to further their life with me. So we make that exchange and we move forward. My goal in life is to always, and I've been a provider, I am a provider, but completely and wholly, I'm one of reciprocity. So I tell women, that's a number one, it's a European mindset to think that a polygynous man can take care of you and four other women completely on his own financially. That's not even the right mindset to be in. Why? Because the monogamous couples, that's not their mindset. Why should this man have to take care of you, her, and her completely and wholly financially when monogamously so they're itching and scratching together? That don't
Mm.
even make sense.
well, because a man who has the strength to be polygamous, spiritually, mentally,
Polygyny.
emotionally,
Mhm.
they have the they have that greatness where they have the ability to do
It
those things.
it should. You should
Right.
grow into it, right?
Okay.
You should grow into it. And as a family, the family should be creating such a dynasty. So these women should have businesses or they should be making income. They should not just be under the whatever of this man and just their life is being financed by this man because they
Okay.
decided to take part in polygyny. That's
Okay.
not proper.
So wait, but in ancient Egypt, and you talk about like back in Africa when there's polygamy, and that was the thing.
What did I just say to you? I said, as an American Black male, ain't none of it been born with no inheritance. So for
Mhm.
you to expect that upon this man, is asinine. It's absolutely asinine. Now, for it to be generated and created, it absolutely should be. Absolutely. But that's not
So the
just
woman
him.
is taking the risk when she decides to be in that type of relationship.
Whoa! No.
I'm just asking.
A woman is taking a risk in monogamy 80% more than she's taking a risk in polygyny. How so? More than 80% of monogamous relationships end in divorce. It used to be 53 back in the 80s. It was at 72% 10 years ago. We at 80%. We at 83% now. Monogamy. The average monogamous woman can't find a man to tell the truth. Can't find a man who knows who he is. Can't find a man who tell you, fuck what you thinking, I'ma be what I am. And you either come along on this journey or you do whatever you do. But that's the problem. For the last 40 years, women have been raising men. And these men ain't men. They boys. They girly boys. They want you to
Right.
help
So
them
how
come
do you
up with the
become,
plan.
so who is the man then? Because if I'm doing everything, I'm leading, protecting, providing myself. So I'm going to join this polygamous relationship.
By which you ain't got to do that no more. Name all the things that you think you was doing by yourself, and the moment you have joined yourself into a polygamous relationship, all of that has become fractional. From child raising to monetary to cleaning duties, whatever you can think of, even down to being alone. All of this should serve both parties at hand. And it actually serves the woman more than it does the man. How so? Because men know that we don't mean nothing to y'all until you're ready to have children or want to go shopping or the bills are due. That's just scientifically speaking, the longer a woman is in a monogamous relationship, the less she desires to be intimate. That is a scientific fact, which is why you have all these men at the bar. They've been married to your ass for so long. You complaining about being intimate.
I think
Not
it's
you.
because there's no deep connection.
We're talking about society. It ain't nothing deep in 80% of society.
That's the problem.
That's deep.
Well,
That's really deep.
I mean, but what we talk, I mean, I'm trying to give you the mathematics. You want to keep switching the topic. We can switch the topic, but here's the problem. When these women come out the house, they're met with men who, number one, don't know who they are. Number two, are subservient to your femininity. Number three, willing to do whatever it takes to be with you. And that's not what a real woman wants. Not the women I'm with. The women I'm with are executives. They know what they want in life. They're hard chargers. They, you know what I'm saying? They work and they doing their thing. They don't want a man who don't know what they want in life. They don't want a man who is running these streets. I'm not for the streets. Even though I'm polygamous, I'm not for the streets.
So what I want to
want somebody who's going to speak life into them, who's going to speak spirit into them, who's going to speak love and joy into them, who's not going to be a pet project.
Absolutely. I hear what both of you are saying, and I'm trying to see if I can like tie into what both of you are saying. It sounds like what I hear Rhonda saying, if she's going to come into a situation like that, correct me if I'm wrong, you want to be provided for.
Absolutely. If I'm going to be in a polygamous relationship.
So you want to put down everything that you were doing before you met this man that has several other women. You want to put down that, and you're going to just be the wife, and that's it, is what you're saying, right, Rhonda?
I want to be a wife and focused on my highest self and be in my purpose.
Got you. And so what he's saying, okay, even if you do come and join what he has going on, he still
got to bring something to the table.
You still got to bring something to the table, no matter
absolutely
the fact that he is the man. You still got to come as your own person and still do what you were doing before you came into a relationship with him.
And then it grows.
I see both sides to that.
You understand? And then it grows because there's levels to it, right? So like, what's the difference between a girlfriend and a wife? I'm not paying all my girlfriend's bills. But my wife's bills are codependent. You understand what I'm saying? We gotta grow to that culture. Yeah. You understand? We gotta grow to that culture. Now, here's the problem that I have with women. The problem that I have with women is that they don't want to do nothing they don't want to do nothing. You want
They
to
don't want to do
come to
nothing
this,
like what?
nah, they don't want to do nothing. You want
Like
to come
what?
to the, you want to come to the culture and just do what you want to do in life without bringing, and I'm not saying you, I'm saying the arguments that I have in this lifestyle. Number one, I don't need you to clean my house. Number two, I don't need you to cook for me. I can pay for those things, and I do. I
Mhm.
don't need those. I don't need those things. So when you remove these basic necessities that these average men have of you in these streets, then the question becomes, then what do you need me for? Ah, I need you to be the absolute brilliant person you are. Because what we're doing is we're leaving our name on the sands of time. We're leaving our name on the walls of humanity. I don't care where you work. If where you work don't affect people, you understand? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I work at Georgia Power, yeah, it's cool that I bring home a check, but I just freed a woman from a Panama prison that was trapped. It was a single parent. This woman had a 10-year-old child and a family that loved her.
Mhm. Yeah.
Who could have done that? It ain't
Like
too
you.
many people. It
Yeah.
ain't too many people,
Right.
right?
Right.
So like, I don't care that you go to work and make $100,000. That shit don't mean nothing. That means your boss owns you for whatever time they pay you for. But what I do care about is what the legacy that you're leaving for humanity. This polygamous lifestyle is not about just sex. Sex is 20% of any postured relationship. What are
Mhm.
we doing outside of that?
Absolutely. I totally get both of you guys' points. Like I said before, I hear what Rhonda's saying as far as, she comes into a situation like that, she wants to be provided for. You're coming from a standpoint of,
You should
come as
be
the woman
provided
that you
for.
are, continue to work, continue to, have your life and do what you do, and we can still build together. And I,
Absolutely.
I guess it's almost
And
like
you,
if you look at a monogamous relationship, it would be the same thing. You would still be
absolutely.
work and you still build each other. So I
There
guess
you go.
he's saying when you come
You're
to
not doing you're not
contact,
doing me a
the same
favor
thing.
because
Yeah.
you're not doing me a favor because you have allowed me to have multiple women. You didn't allow me to have multiple women. My lifestyle allowed me to have multiple women. My spirit allowed me to have I'm a king, I'm a god. That's what allowed me to have multiple women. So I'm never gonna come into the situation as a misogynist either. You know what I mean? I'm always gonna put my best foot forward. I'm courting until we're committed. And once we're committed, and I'm doing those things to stay committed. I'm gonna do those things that I did from the start to
Yeah.
be the man forever and always. This is
Yes.
about romance, just as is it about, economics.
Hmm. I
No
hear you.
one should feel that they own the other to the point where you know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
an improper culture, in my opinion. That's
Right.
what's wrong with the culture,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah. I totally understand. And back to what I was saying too, I guess it just pretty much depends on both people. Like whatever you guys decide upon, if you were to, go into a situation like that, that would have to be discussed. That would have to be decided upon or whatever, because it could go either way. I definitely see both of you guys' points though. Did you have any other more questions, Ronnie, you wanted?
Well, I'm always curious about. I always go into zodiac signs. So, what are your wives, your queen, and your girlfriends? What are their zodiac signs?
So one, I'm a Ophiuchus or Sagittarius. My wife is a Leo.
Mm.
My queen is a Gemini.
Mm.
My
Making
girlfriend
sense?
is a Aries.
Oh, okay. Makes perfect sense.
You know what I mean? And that's the other thing. Like a lot of people think that because I'm a polygamist that I date weak women or no, 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 no,
No,
no,
it's not. I definitely wouldn't say they're
no,
weak, but the
no.
elements
The,
make sense.
the
Fire and
fire,
air.
air, they don't play, you know.
That's good.
Um,
That's good.
and it is good because I think in any relationship, if you're allowing yourself to manipulate or tower your partner. That's not a etiquette. That's not an etiquette. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's not proper. You know
Well,
what I mean?
fire and air need freedom. Air doesn't like to be confined. Fire doesn't like to be confined. So you
Period.
think about the elements. I'm a water. I like to seep in. I like to merge. I like to connect on a deeper level. When you pour water into sand, it becomes one thing. And air will
Mm.
always try to escape water. So
Mhm.
you just look at the elements. Just that alone will tell you a story.
That's deep stuff. So I guess I'll go on
Mhm.
to one of my next questions. So what do you like most about practicing polygamy? Like, what's the good parts for you in being in that lifestyle?
I don't have 80% of the problems most men have in relationships as it relates to questionability and doubt. You know, the women in my life don't have to doubt where we are. They
Mm.
don't have to doubt. They don't have to doubt how I feel about them. If I'm honest enough to tell you that I'm interested in another woman, then I'm honest enough to tell you how I feel about you in my life without you having to worry that I'm not being honest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, I like the confidence of relationship. Like I come out the house and it take a lot as a woman to for me to see you. I'm good. You know what I mean? Like I'm fine. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's
Um,
how do you sexually fulfill all of those women? Like how do
I'm a
you
beast. I'm a beast. I'm a beast. I'm a beast. I'm the one they tell to slow down. Like
wow.
I'm a I'm a beast. Like and it's crazy because until you live this type of lifestyle, like you can't say nothing like that.
Yeah.
Like me and my boo, we had a woman that we were seeing. These girls was trying to fucking kill me. And it was almost like they'd be like, girl, I'm about to get them for 4. What you gonna get them for? I'm like, wait, hold on, wait, time out, wait, hold on. You know I'm here, right? Look, there she go.
Baby.
Hello.
Hello,
How you
gorgeous. I
doing?
can't hear nothing she's saying.
No, she can't hear none of y'all. I got the earpiece in
Yours.
my ear.
Okay.
But
Got
she
you.
heard me say that I'm a beast, and she heard me say that they tried to take me out. They would try to take me out.
It's not a try. I hope she can hear me. It's
They,
not a
I
try.
can hear you.
Trust me, we can wear him down.
they was trying to take me out. It'd be 10
Wow.
times a day. I can do that. I can do
If you can handle it, hey, it is what it
do
is.
that.
10 times a day.
So
Yeah.
when it comes to like sharing of the fluids and things, I'm always interested to understand, like,
I'm a
if
10
you're giving oral and then like then you kiss another wife or like is it like polyamorous? Are they all kind of
No,
like
no, no.
Mm.
I only date monogamous women. You're not gonna be out here doing all that wild shit with everybody else. I'm not with that. I'm not for the streets. You know what I'm saying? I have to protect myself because I'm protecting my queens. You know what I mean? Like I just can't do that. I
does
can't.
everybody get tested before you guys start having
Yes.
sex?
Okay. That kind of ties into like what I was going to say. So I guess like how you spend your time with the ladies. I guess like do you all spend time together or is it separate time together? Private time?
Not everybody needs the same thing. Like today I was telling you before, Rashawn, like
Yeah.
I was getting ready and the queen was like, yo, you wanna go be with your girlfriend or so and
Hmm.
so. I haven't named her my girlfriend. I'm just using
Yeah.
these titles,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because she's the only other person that I'm seeing outside of whom I'm committed to.
Gotcha.
Um, but she was like, you want to go spend time with her? I'm like, nah, I've already set time for this today. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, it's communicated. Not everybody needs the same thing. And when you're dealing with women who are about their business, they can't be up under you 24 hours a day. So, you know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely. They
it
have something else
works.
to do.
They got other shit to do.
Hmm.
It really works.
Yeah.
And until I'm really convinced that I'm gonna be committed to you, then it's just dating. you know, and so I just give you the time that I have available if that's what we do.
Got you. I guess the last question that I had, and Rhonda, you can ask whatever questions you have as well. What do you find special about each of the ladies that you are seeing? Like, I've always heard we're like candy to men a lot of times. Like men are like kids in a candy store. Like we have different flavors, different varieties. So what's special about each of the ladies that you're with?
You know, when a man allows himself to be out here and it's not sex motivated, then you do allow yourself to be able to appreciate the authenticity of these people that come into your life. You know, for the queen that's beside me here, this woman has poured out onto women for over a decade for them to be better in life. You know, she's a queen among queens. You know what I'm saying? She's brilliant. She's beautiful. You know, she's holistic. You know, the woman that I just started seeing, she's a nurse. She's also brilliant. You know, she serves people all day long, trying to ensure that they become better no matter how they came into this hospital. You know what I mean? I'm attracted to servitude and brilliantness. That's what I'm attracted to. I'm attracted to the physical as well. I'm a man, but I'm attracted to smart women who know how to serve people because I serve. You know what I mean? And if you don't know what servitude means, then it's going to be a problem every time I come out the house to serve because that's what I am. I'm a servant.
Right. Absolutely. I think that's great how you're able to describe, like their specialness, like every woman is special in their own special way. Well, that's all I have for now. Rhonda, did you have any other questions that you want
Well,
to?
I was wondering, is this a do you have children? Like
hmm
daughters?
hmm I have two girls.
So moving forward, how do you set them up for like this lifestyle?
They're going to always look for the king in life. They're going to always look for the God because daddy's a God. You know what I'm saying? Daddy don't bow to nobody. Daddy live life the way that he see it. And he protect us and he nurture us. And you know what I'm saying? No matter how you feel about mommy, he made sure she good too. You feel me? So I'ma always rock with the God, and that's my desire for them to always rock with the God. Fuck these boys. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna do that shit. You ain't
So
gotta
how do they find the God?
being the goddess that they are. You know what I mean? Being who they are. Letting these men
Like
know if you can't.
specifically, like what actions do they take? Do you date him first?
Of course, dating is always a prerequisite. I teach dating. You know what I'm saying? I teach dating. And the thing about it is that, you know, normally in dating, women don't have no responsibility. You all feel like you're the wardens of relationships, and you're not. You know what I'm saying? In Atlanta, it's 30-1. You want to be perceived as the gift, and you're not. And I'm not saying that you're not a gift, but you're not the gift. Asinine. Like we don't even think about the things we say. We just say things because it makes us feel good. You understand? Like the black man is God. Do you know how retarded that sounds to a group of people who have been put under the thumb of every other culture that precedes them? No, the black man is not God. The excellence of intelligence is God. How so? Because everyone who taps into the intelligence of God frees themselves, period. Male, woman, black, white, Asian, it does not matter. Information is non sexual and is non gender biased, it's non national. It does not matter where you grew up, it does not matter what you got between your legs. Celestial information provides it to be so. If a black woman and an Asian man jumped off a roof without a parachute or any type of paraphernalia that would thrust them outside of the sense of gravity, they're both going to fall to their demise. That's what I stand for. I'm here to teach people. Everything that you've learned before was only learned before because that was for that time. That was the iPhone 5. I'm on iPhone 13. So I'm never going to argue anyone who's on a 6 or 7, period. Right now, our sisters got children that don't have any examples, yet they argue polygyny. If any man under the sound of my voice can afford a family outside of the family that they got, it's their responsibility to take on that family. It's their responsibility. To whom much is given, much is required. This lifestyle is not for the guy who's sitting at Bell South or Georgia Power just punching in the keys and he ain't gonna do nothing outside of his life but go home, drink a few Budweisers and watch some Netflix. This lifestyle ain't for you, bro. This polygynous lifestyle is not for you. This polygynous lifestyle is for those men who see the problem in our community and are willing to step up and be the answer to it. Because if our life was like anything of the National Geographic, it would be like, oh my God, look at these human beings. They bump about and create offspring without legacy. They just make decisions on impulse and emotion while they complain about forever. The only thing that creates forever is numbers and a plan. And most of these men don't have a plan. So why would a woman date a guy like me? Because I got a plan.
Well, you still have a plan, regardless of how many women you have, you still have a plan.
I still got a plan. And no matter how
Wow.
many decide to come along with the plan is already beyond them. This ain't about, I don't live my life about me. So I speak to these men. If you're going to be polygamous, you cannot be polygamous just wanting threesomes. That's not what this lifestyle is about. Right. Become a swinger. You gotta be able to listen to the women that you're with. You gotta be great at resolve. You have to be understanding. You have to be authentic. You can't just be about yourself.
Yeah. I think that's the place where a lot of men are operating with that. If they are considering themselves being that they are polygamous, they're really not, because it's all for self.
Really
it's just
not.
for that physical, just for that good time. But there's
They're
no
just
obligation afterwards. It sounds
they
like
just want open relationship.
Yeah, that's what that is. It's like you're obligated even after the act. You're still there, regardless of whatever, you're still there. And a lot of men, they take themselves out after they've got what they wanted from the woman, they've moved on to the next thing or whatever.
That's that polyamory. That might be open relationship. That might be threesomes or swinging, but that's not polygyny.
Totally different. Well, you've definitely given us a lot of insight on a lot of everything that we're discussing. Go ahead, Rhonda. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, the way I see it is, if that was going to be a lifestyle that I say is something that is building a Black family, it would have to look like a covenant, and a lot of respect and a lot of maturity, simply because each individual wife needs to be on the same page to create the greater purpose, and building the Black family. It's because I'm Black, so I'm always talking about how to make our community better. So men who are very masculine, my concern is the way I'm thinking of, okay, so if you have 4 wives and everybody got 4 kids, that's 16 children. So everywhere you go, there are going to be children. So where does he enjoy himself?
He creates that for himself. You know what I mean? He goes on his bro time, you know what I mean? Because the sisters want to be with each other anyway. They want to go hang out. They want to do their girl time. They want to go shop. They want to vacate. They parent. They do all of these things. This man, you know what I'm saying, is the nucleus of all of these relationships. His job is to be the best version of himself that he can be. So he has to take that time for himself. You know what I mean?
And what is he doing in that time? Like,
he could be at a cigar bar with some other bros. He can be in a massage parlor. He can be getting his nails and feet done. He could be on a staycation, you know what I'm saying? He could be off, you know what I mean, venturing out into the world.
Yeah.
But the fact that these women have confidence that this is their king, they don't have that to worry about. They don't have to worry about their relationship. And when you don't have to worry about your relationship, I think when no matter monogamous or polygamous, when you don't have to worry about your relationship, it allows you to operate in a world so much different from everybody else.
You're
Well,
more
when you
free.
don't have to worry about your relationship, what you are able to do is more on your purpose. And that would bring you
Absolutely.
back to serving
There
because
you
that's why
go.
we're here.
There you go.
But I'm thinking like, okay, so will 4 wives ever be enough? Is it him needing, okay, to go have fun, to be with another girlfriend because he needs to burn off some steam and he needs to have some excitement and something different and something.
That's up to them and their family plan. The same way any monogamous couple are deciding, hey, we're monogamous, but we're gonna swing, or we're gonna do this thing this weekend, or whatever the case. Everything is conversational. It should be, um, it should be discussed and agreed upon. I don't think that changes just because it's polygamy.
Whatever they decide amongst themselves, pretty much. I guess like the same way if it was a monogamous relationship, the two people decide how they want to, be governed in that relationships. I guess the same thing in a polygamous relationship as well.
So what do you
Absolutely.
think what you're trying to achieve in this polygamous relationship, a monogamous couple can also achieve in their relationship?
Yeah, I mean, it's unity and harmony. That should be the goal of any relationship.
Mhm.
Unity, harmony, and longevity. You know what I mean? That's the quintessential aspects of a relationship. So if you can acquire that, however you can acquire that, I think you've won.
So
You
is
know what
there
I
an
mean?
argument that polygamy is better?
I can't what I'll say is this. If we run in a race and I got more people on my team, I'm gonna win. That's all I'm gonna
But the
say.
thing is, universally, we're all connected.
Universally, sure. But you asked
So
me that
even if
question.
I'm, well, my thing is we should all be on the same team,
We,
ultimately.
mhm, hmm.
Tell me,
We
what's
not.
that about?
We're not all on the same team. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna give you one simple situation to illustrate how I'm definitely not on the same team. I'm not a Pan-African, and our black people want to claim the fact that they built the pyramids without the knowledge that they were only the slaves. You, taking pride of the fact that you built something is one thing, but expressing the truth of how you did it is another. You did it as a slave, and you did it to the slave of my ancestors, the Anunnaki, those which we're terraforming the planet for their return. This conversation goes into a whole nother aspect. When women ask me why am I polygamous, I tell them, imagine the concept of God with one angel, and then you can understand where I sit in my psyche.
Mm.
If you can perceive God with one angel, there ain't no need for us to have no more conversation. But then, if you cannot perceive God with one angel, then the question must be asked: why does God need more than one angel? Because He's doing more than everybody else.
Ooh.
It depends on how you see God.
Well,
Mm.
can you see God with one angel? Yes or no?
I see God as an energy force. God as energy can't be created nor can it be destroyed.
Okay, and everything that moves around Him is more than one, isn't it?
Everything that moves around is energy, and that is part of God.
I say, which means it's more than one. You understand? And the reason why is things got to get doesn't God doesn't matter when the vessel is inoperable.
Mm.
Nothing moves on the planet without a willing body. All of these entities, orishas, spirits, all of these things, the only reason they have so much power is because of the willing vessels. That's it. The moment these vessels are no longer willing, the power of that which is called upon no longer exists.
So if you lose your wife, you don't have power, or it's decreased.
If I'm a monogamous and I lose my wife and we got a business together, let's say we own a car wash, she was my accountant or she was the accountant and she died. Yeah, things just got crazy. Things
Wow.
just got crazy. Because now I got to find somebody that I can trust. I got to find somebody that knows the math. I got to find somebody that's going to be indebted to the business, like my wife. Good luck with that one, bro. It's going to take a while.
Do
Not to
you
say
feel
that it
like you
won't
guys are?
happen.
Do you feel like you're able to connect deeply with these women, like on a deep
That's the
level?
only way. It's the
I think
only
you
way.
guys know how to connect with each other because of the
That's what
elements.
it sounds
Because I have
like.
a really hard time connecting with fire signs.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have a hard time connecting with a fire sign. The problem with signs is the problem with people, the unhealed nature of them. Once you have a healed individual, it don't matter what their sign is, really.
I can see that.
That
You
okay.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're gonna operate in a sense of empathy, and they're gonna operate in a sense of posture. They're gonna operate in a sense of purity. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
no religion teaches that.
Right,
Got you.
right.
That's
Well,
deep
well,
stuff.
well, when you're healed, you're able to reach a higher level of vibrational energy, so you look different.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Wow, guys, this has been a lot. It's just like I said the first time we did the first show, Polygamy Society. It's so many different areas that you can go with this. Like, who knows? If y'all want to, we can definitely follow up with another one at another time. But I have thoroughly enjoyed the insight, from both sides. If y'all got any more questions, anything else y'all want to say, feel free to do that. But I have thoroughly enjoyed the insight of, why you are polygamous and how you manage being a polygamist. So that's been
All
outstanding for me.
all I would say is this, you know, simply put, polygyny is monogamy with more than one person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it boils down to. If you're not adequate enough, healed enough, if you're not in a space enough to be monogamous, you're
Hmm.
damn sure in a space enough to be a polygamist. You know what I mean? And to desire polygamy just because it's more than one person,
Mm.
that's like
I think that's surface, and
that's
that's my
surface.
problem with it
Yeah.
because it's like sex is a really dangerous thing. Sex is like water without a container. It's very dangerous. And if you don't know how to deal with it, you don't have self-control and discipline, you don't know the powers that's behind it, it can be very dangerous. S- You're having a mindset that, oh, I just want all these women because I just want to have multiple sex partners. You're not utilizing any self-control or discipline. And that
At
is
all.
dangerous. So then we spread that in our community and it just perpetuates itself over and over and over again to these little boys who don't even know how to handle sex at all because it's so powerful. Then they become possessed with it and then it just perpetuates in our culture. So then we never have anybody that can say, okay, I'm a guide, or I'm a leader, and I'm going to protect, provide, and
Yeah.
raise these children to be better.
And that's
Then
true.
where does our culture go? Like what happens to us?
I mean, that's the truth, you know. But that's in a sense what's happening in the world of monogamy. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, because that leads the relationship structure of society. Um, they don't even know what polygamy is. These people are just watching TV and deciding, just because I want multiple sexual partners, that's what I'm claiming. That's that's like that's like saying just because I got $100,000, I'm rich. You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
it's
Mhm.
to me, it's just like you, it's surface. That's a surface reason to be in a polygamous relationship. It's like eating cotton candy. You're never gonna get full. It's
It
never
is
gonna be
surface.
yeah.
It is surface, but so is monogamy.
Yeah,
Monogamy is
monogamous
surface.
relationships, if
Everything is surface. Everything is surface. everything. Everything. If a man meets you in a bar, if he meets you at a club, and if he meets you at work, it started from surface. He didn't know how smart you was when he saw you across the room. He didn't know how brilliant he was, you know what I'm saying, unless you came with a jester who announced your excellence, you know what I'm saying, unless he went and Googled you and you really was somebody. But outside of that, it all starts from beauty. It all starts from desire. My message to everybody is you can have everything you want. You just got to be willing to do the work.
But I think you
If
have to
you want,
understand why you want what you want, because that's going to tell you if you're healed or not.
yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
y'all are something else.
You can operate from a place of fear and want all these things because you need to dictate your worth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. And it can look as divine as we make it to look. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course, we're good at that. We only
Wow.
show people what we want them to see.
Wow. All right, Seven. So can you tell followers how they can connect with you on social media if you want to
Absolutely.
possibly have any further other discussions on any other groups or, any other shows? Can you tell people how they can
Absolutely.
connect with you?
You can find me on Instagram, 7 The Alchemist, ALCHEMIST. Or you can find me on Facebook, 7 The Alchemist. I'm there. 7 The Alchemist anywhere. Google it, Facebook, Instagram, I'm there.
Got you. Thank you so much for your time today, giving us this conversation. I would love to have you back again. I just don't know what part we're gonna hit on first because you're so deep. It's like talking to you is like
Let's go.
we don't know which way
I'm
we're
here
gonna go,
for
but
it.
we're going somewhere.
I'm here for it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And thank you, Rhonda, for joining us again. You, my sister, you're the same. It's just deep with both of y'all. It's like going somewhere, but we don't know where, but it's going to land somewhere to bring us hopefully back in the middle again. But I have enjoyed having you both on the show today. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you.
O2 was brought to you by Whipple Tompkins Mobile Notary Service, where notary service is fast and reliable. Available 24/7. You better get.
Hello, I am the host and founder of Urban Beats Radio 2, Rashawn Ellis, and this time we are back with the Sean Ellis Trendy Boutique. It is our new store. We're selling Urban Beats Radio 2 t-shirts, Sean Ellis Music Entertainment t-shirts, as well as new accessories from Paparazzi Accessories. So when you get a chance, check us out. Go out there and, look around and see if we have anything that you like. Thank you so much for your love and support of Urban Beats Radio 2. We will see you on the next show.